Hello. Welcome to another match of the Metroid Zero Mission 80% Tournament.
I'm John, and I'm commentating. I'm joined by Sam.
Yeah, you're cutting out pretty bad there. Could you please repeat that?
I was saying that I'm John, and I'm joined by Sam for commentary.
Oh man, that well-timed robot voice. All right, here we go, and they're off. So we're starting out the same way Zero Mission always starts out. I'm kind of looking forward to this race myself. What about you?
I'm looking forward to it as long as my voice isn't robot-y too much.
Yeah, it's passable for now, but we'll see. So what do we have going on? Ross missing the very first jump of the game, with their jump morph rather. Good start. I think they're both playing on English, so that's going to lose a few seconds over Japanese, but because they're both playing it, obviously doesn't make much of a difference. Getting the first statue hint that we are totally going to ignore, because no one needs long beam.
I mean, I'd kind of want long beam if I was playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have, but it's slow. Ross getting a solid climb. MetroidMaster having a little bit of trouble with the jumps there. The climb is tricky though, like for how early it is in the game.
Yeah, Brinstar is pretty platform heavy, and it's not very forgiving if you make mistakes.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because it's the very first area in the game, and it's one of the hardest. Oh yeah, look at that. MetroidMaster is playing Japanese. Okay, so Ross is trying the double here. I was going to say something about his consistency with the double being legendary, but that's obviously not proven to be a thing here.
Ross
mixes it.
Yeah, Ross opted to wait for drops in the room, and that's really understandable because if he doesn't get any drops, High Room would be miserable.
Yeah, MetroidMaster's opting to farm the drops. He's gotten one. He's looking for one more. And let's see if this guy gives... Oh, now he's going in with 2 missiles compared to Ross's 4. And that's going to make a good amount of difference because each missile is 10 beam shots. So that's 20 extra shots MetroidMaster has to shoot compared to Ross. You can see he is moving kind of slow right there to kill that hive. But Ross gets through with no problems. Let's see if MetroidMaster can do the same thing here. Just kind of take a nice little loop, luring all the bugs out of his way.
Yeah, this early game, Ross is going to have a pretty significant advantage because of MetroidMaster's troubles early on.
Yeah, that 2 missile hive room is really slow.
Yeah, I really like for tournament play, I really like farming the worm if you mess up your doubles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's a little slow, but so is 2, 1, God forbid, 0 missile hive room.
Yeah,
bugs.
If you pick up the missiles, it kind of averages out to even. If you're doing attempts, then skip it, sure. But, you know, for these tournament matches, it's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, tournament match consistency is king. If you can sacrifice a couple seconds but make something 100% consistent, you know, I'm going to go for that in a tournament.
It doesn't look like either of them is going to be skipping the heal. I think they're... both of their health situation is kind of not good. And I don't think that Ross goes for the heal skip ever.
Yeah, I don't think either of these players go for heal skip. I mean, heal skip is kind of a bold move in a tournament, depending.
Well, it's not really a bold move, but you have to have some experience in doing it. And historically, Ross never practiced it, so...
Right, it's definitely something to make the most of it, you need to know how to farm the enemies quickly. And if you don't know how to do that, then you could very well lose time attempting it. Ross is kind of farming some drops up here. I wonder if he's thinking about going for it.
He very well could. It's not like it's impossible here. It's just...
Yeah, the health isn't ideal. MetroidMaster is very low on health for a heal skip attempt. I would be surprised if we see him try for it with that.
There's absolutely no chance he'll skip. His health is way too bad.
Yeah, and we see him he's not stopping for drops there at all, so I think he's just going to plan on blasting through and healing at Ice Beam. Yeah,
you get enough missiles to go by here for heal skip. It's mainly your health that you need to have full. And Ross got the full health, so he's going to be doing heal skip. Cool.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for it. It takes kind of a slower way of farming that bug, but that's about all you can really do when he doesn't give you anything the first time around.
Yeah, when he gives you nothing, it's really, really dumb.
Yeah, it's super awkward. I mean, I don't think Ross dealt with it the fastest way, but that's certainly not as bad as it can go. It can go way worse than that. You can get hit and knocked all sorts of places.
He got the drop, which is nice. He has a lot of ammo, so...
Yeah, 8 missiles at this point is really nice. He's picking up his unknown item here. Which... I'm going to take a moment to just say that the way power grip is handled in this game is dumb. Because it still annoys me.
You mean how we have to go all the way out of the way to get it?
Yeah, exactly. Like... your path forward is just arbitrary. It's not blocked by like, hey, you're supposed to have power grip to reach this ledge. It's blocked by this vine that just doesn't appear or doesn't leave until you get power grip. It just feels so much more arbitrary, you know?
I don't disagree with you, but I am glad that we do have to pick up power grip. Imagine a speedrunning where we had to skip it.
Yeah,
if this wasn't forced, we'd have to skip it.
Well, I mean, there's still plasma beam right up there, right?
Yeah, but we would probably skip power grip if we had the opportunity to skip it. And power grip is miserable to skip. Like if anybody has done a randomizer, they know.
No power grip is super uncomfortable. MetroidMaster just a little short in his bomb jump there. Ross going for the swag, skipping all the platforms and not quite getting it. But he's at 16 missiles right now, and he could very easily be at 20 at Ice Beam. And it looks like he got some very good drops there. MetroidMaster going to be coming down into Norfair here as well, a few rooms behind Ross at the moment. But this is any percent. A lot could happen.
Yeah, it's never, it's always a race in any percent.
I mean, we're still, I would say probably the first 15 minutes of any percent, there's not too many places for things to go wrong, provided you take some reasonable safety strat. There's only a few spots where you're really at risk of losing a lot of time in the first 15 minutes. After that, it gets a little bit more hairy. Yeah, it looks like Ross is skipping that Ice Beam heal. And MetroidMaster going to be going through the same set of rooms. Ross wisely not taking the hint statue. Let's see if MetroidMaster is going to set up for refill glitch here. Looks like he's setting up for it. I didn't quite get it. That missile shot is very, very hard.
Yeah, you'll see people normally opt for a method where they place a bomb and try to get... I think that one's a little easier, but it is slower.
Yeah, that method is significantly easier, but it is slower, so... if you're not consistent at refill glitch, you may as well just go for the fast method and hope for the best. So let's see what sort of drops Ross gets in Vine Room. His ammo is really good, so I wouldn't expect problems. Yeah, he's totally fine. Let's see if he can do Cocoon well. Sets it up properly. Oh, he missed one missile. That's not a big deal. A little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, he missed 2 missiles. Okay, there we go. Still not too bad. And MetroidMaster, since he refilled, he's got tons of missiles.
Let's see how MetroidMaster handles Cocoon. If you're a top level runner, usually people go for a wall jump and 3 missiles on the left side.
He's playing it safe and going all the way up to full missiles, which I can't really say I blame him. Cocoon in any percent has very little room for error. Okay, he's taking it safe, just freezing the Ripper on the right-hand side.
Yeah, this is a really easy but slightly slower strategy.
Yep, Ross is in Ridley now. Doesn't freeze any of the owls. For shame, Ross. Okay, so MetroidMaster gets through Cocoon. Not too much trouble. Ross is coming up to Side Hopper Room. Side Hopper Room is the first really dangerous room. With proper application of Charge Beam, you don't have a lot to worry about, as Ross is so nicely demonstrating, but if things go a little wrong, it's very easy for them to kind of cascade and pile up. And
yeah, usually you would just want to damage boost through the Side Hopper Room and you'll be fine.
Yep. And the Pillar Room that Ross is in is also another place early on where you can lose a lot of time. If you fall down in that room, you're losing a lot of time.
If you fall down on the way back, you can just fight Ridley right away, and that's going to be faster. But I don't know if anybody wouldn't play that.
Yeah, that's a really, really aggressive play in a tournament, because you're down 1 missile tank and 1 super tank normally.
If you handle Ridley the right way, it's not very aggressive. You just have to do like a low percent strategy. But I don't know if anybody actually knows about this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think people know about it. It's just, it's so different from normal any percent Ridley. I don't think anyone bothers. I thought Ross was setting up for fast eye door there, but he wasn't.
So, do you think Ross is going to get the E-Tank? I would if I was Ross.
Honestly, I'm not sure. It looks like he's going for the E-Tank because he didn't set up for a refill glitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. He's pretty far ahead, and he really can have the safety here.
Absolutely.
I would go for the third. I would go for the 30 tank too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the drops, I don't know, but I could absolutely see going for the 30 tank. I hope he didn't run. Oh no, he's got the extra E tank. Even if he did run in a little early, he's fine. And he did run a little early. Good thing he picked that up.
Yeah, really good thing he picked it up.
And he got tons of drops from the fireballs there too. MetroidMaster not falling down either. Well, he did fall down, but that was where you're supposed to fall down, so it's not a big deal.
So, if you're MetroidMaster, do you get the tank or you skip it?
Well, I don't know. Is he watching the stream? I mean, if he's watching and he knows that Ross is ahead of him, I just skip it. Just try to save the time. But I don't know how comfortable he is with the Ridley fight.
So he's going to skip it.
He's refilling right now. That makes me think he's going to skip it. Ross picking up the third. Yeah, MetroidMaster is skipping it. All right, I like it. I think that's the correct play. Oh, I hope he didn't run in early either. That looked a little early to me. Nope.
Yeah, it was early, but he got it in then.
He's still okay. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he got a large health from the fireball. That's a shame. Ross has so many supers. He didn't do the faster farm at in the long room with the owls. He's opting to farm those owls instead. Which, that's kind of an odd decision in my mind, but
So my guess is that MetroidMaster is going to get the second energy tank here.
Yeah. I mean, one E tank. I think one E tank is a little aggressive for a tournament match, but
if I was in MetroidMaster's position, I might opt to skip it. But I am also more confident at the end game. So, and you can die really easily with one E tank. So
yeah,
it's
one E tank does not give you a lot of room for error in the end game.
But then again, if you want to catch up, you have to do some sort of things. It's hard.
Yep. You gotta make the bold plays. If you're trying to make up time, you really just gotta lay it all out there. Ross picking up high jump. MetroidMaster farming the owl and getting a little trolled on the drop there.
Yeah, it only has a 70% chance of getting a super missile. I like to farm the ones above the energy tank normally.
Yeah, those ones are really nice to farm compared to the ones at the end.
But that also means you have to skip the energy tank, so.
Which would force MetroidMaster into doing one E tank, which I don't know how comfortable he is with that. Ooh, Ross getting a task jump. Neat. So Ross is going to be making his way out of Kraid to Brinstar. So MetroidMaster is going to be getting high jump here. And then Ross is going to be coming up to the first really major run killer in this category. The infamous acid worm skip. Nice climb through that room, Ross.
Ross has a lot of E-tank, so even if he messes up acid worm skip, he can just HPJ, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of health. I'm not concerned about Ross dying to acid worm skip attempts, but you know, it's still a time loss if he messes it up too many times.
Yeah, this is definitely the first spot where you could see the lead shift if Ross messes up and MetroidMaster gets it right away.
This trick is very much a wall for people learning this category. It's one of 2 or 3 tricks in this run that is actually really difficult.
That jump's tricky. Ross doesn't know the backup though. You can just do a wall jump off of there and then make it really easy. And he gets that. That's nice. With
his preferred method of one bomb.
Objectively the worst method.
Yeah, one bomb I think is actually too generic now because you can refer to that ledge grab setup as one bomb because it does only use a single bomb.
Yeah, the ledge grab setup is so cool.
It's very cool. I cannot do it to save my life, but it's very cool. Ross has a ton of missiles here. Wow.
And he was at perfect health for a little while. He could have been at perfect health and had a really, really fast heal, but fortunately that didn't happen.
Yeah, well, he's going to get some health drops from Kraid, almost certainly. Making use of the ice beam hitbox there.
Yeah, I love that strat.
All right, so MetroidMaster's coming up to AWS, but pay attention to Ross's screen. If you look closely, you might. No, I didn't see a boss fight.
I see a wall though.
So let's see if MetroidMaster can get acid worm skip first try. Oh, look at that! 2 for 2. I don't know if we've seen that in a tournament match yet. That's pretty cool. And Ross is at full health. Setting up for refo glitch. Oh, he gets it. That's going to be a fast heal for him.
Yeah, he healed instantly there.
Yep. So MetroidMaster gets space jump here.
I really hope Ross goes for Brinstar Super here. He isn't well enough of a lead that it's probably really worth going for, and it'd be nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, Brinstar Super just makes Torian so consistent. Like, even compared to Zeb Skip, Brinstar Super... Oh, MetroidMaster, you can see he's having a little bit more trouble in this room because he doesn't have as much ammo as Ross did.
You have more options with Zeb Skip if you do Brinstar Super 2. Like, Zeb Skip goes well with Brinstar Super 2. Yeah,
Brinstar Super is a very nice addition to Torian. You don't normally see it in top-level PB attempts just because it is, you know, slower. But, again, a tournament match, the consistency you can get out of Brinstar Super is just insane.
Yeah, and that's something that MetroidMaster probably isn't going to have the luxury of being able to go for, being behind by this much.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends. He might opt to go for it. Ross is setting up for Brinstar Super. I really hope he gets this. Looks good. Oh, yeah. Easy. Oh, MetroidMaster not refilling there. Oh, I wonder if
MetroidMaster doesn't know this setup.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just going to refill at the first statue and set up for Brinstar Super that way.
Yeah, that's what we used to go for before we knew about...
Yep. And then way back in the day, you would refill at the top of Brinstar on the way to Torian.
Yeah, before I timed it because people were lazy.
Yep. You know, we should talk about Speed Booster a little bit.
By we probably mean you.
I mean, we're a team, Sam. Ross with the door bomb. Classic.
I'm sure most of the people here know how Speed Booster works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a very important upgrade for this category.
Maybe if you haven't played the game, and Ballspark's a little more thing in this game.
Ballspark is the unique thing. Oh yeah, MetroidMaster's refilling here. I hope we see him go for Brinstar Super as well. Oh, it looks like he's setting up for it. Oh, but he's not going for it. Interesting. I mean, I can't say that's the wrong decision, considering if he's going to try to catch up here.
I don't know if MetroidMaster does Zeb Skip or not, but I do like this decision. He kind of needs the time save.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Torian is one place where the lead can change enormously in this category. Just, it's a lot of random. It's a lot of RNG just based on Metroid spawns and drops. Plus, there's also a lot of knowledge that goes into how you handle it. Ross used some supers here. I don't think that's really a terrible decision. It paid off for him. You got so many drops.
So if I'm Ross here, I'm probably going to be using going down to 4 supers, saving all the rest of them because wow.
What a grab. That was a bit unfortunate, but he's got so much ammo at this point. Okay, so speed booster differences in this game versus SM. Wow, Ross is getting so many supers. Basically, you have a little bit of a wind-up animation that makes it easy for you to control where you're going. And you can spark in any direction, like you can in Super Metroid, but you can also spark you can spark in Morph Ball. You don't normally see that because it is really slow, but there are a couple of spots. Yeah, Ross is just going straight for Zeb Skip. I do not blame him. The heck?
No Zeb Skip, but if I was Ross here, it would have been faster.
I would have gone.
And well, you could have kept all of his supers at 6 and not gambled and gone through the room with 6, but it's fine.
That was a very strange set of decisions from Ross, in my mind.
I mean, Ross probably just didn't want to go for Zeb Skip being so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, not going for Zeb Skip, I don't blame him, but, I mean, he farmed way more ammo than he needed.
Well, what Ross, he probably didn't see that he had the super, but what Ross should have done is kept his super count at 6 in the last Metroid room and just farmed there and reloaded the last room because he had enough missiles. He would have had enough to go through and kill all 4 Zebatites.
Yeah, it looks like MetroidMaster is not having the best luck with drops here. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's been grabbed or anything because he's not short on health, but I would use this last super here. I mean, there's no real sense in keeping one super because you get super, one drop gives you 2 supers, so...
Yeah, there's
no benefit to holding on to 1 super.
Or more accurately, it's never a good idea to stay at an odd number of super missiles.
Right. So MetroidMaster, it looks like he's doing the same thing Ross did. Kill 2 Zebatites and then go back and farm. He's going to have a longer farm because he's at 25 and 1 as opposed to whatever Ross was at, like 40-something and 4.
Yeah, this is going to be hard. I hope he gets his super missiles quickly. They can be
Hopefully we don't see the Zero Mission Any % special of waiting for years to get drops. And he's going to be looking for 2 here.
Yeah, this is not going to be good.
He needs full ammo to get through Zeb Room. Oh, this is not what you want to see at this point. He is getting everything but supers.
So if I'm Metroidmaster here, maybe I want to just kill the last 2 Zebatites and go back. This sucks. So this isn't.
Yeah, this is a really unfortunate part of Zero Mission Any %. Sometimes you just wait for that super.
Kind of the gamble he had to go for though, because
he's short 1 missile. He needs to pick up a drop from a Red Rinka. Okay, there it is. No problem. Fortunately, Red Rinkas drop missiles plenty frequently. Ross is starting off with Suitless here. Suitless, all about movement. It's a really fun segment of the run in my mind, but not everyone likes it quite as much.
I think it's more of a casual thing to not like Suitless.
Yeah, I would agree with that. MetroidMaster getting his... Oh, he bonks! Oh, man, he must have been only like a pixel or 2 off on that. I thought that was good. That cost him a couple seconds. Ross is not ashamed of himself. Good stuff. So MetroidMaster going for his escape here.
Ross is in a very comfortable lead. It would be very difficult for him to lose it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, 3 E-Tanks and Suitless is... That's 3 hits he can take, and it's really uncommon to take more than that. Like, the strats we have for Suitless make it so that you can go through and, unless you screw up, never get hit.
Ross is like a minute and a half ahead right now, right?
Yeah, something like that. So
maybe a little more, honestly.
Yeah, he's in a very comfortable position here. There's not, at this point, there's not a huge amount left. And 3 E-Tanks gives him a lot of leeway.
Yeah, you can make mistakes in the late game. It's more about getting killed than... Yeah, not a lot of chance of that with 3 tanks.
So the real question here is, if you're MetroidMaster, do you skip the heal?
Yeah, you skip. Well,
yeah, see, he's behind.
I think he's so far behind right now that I think that healing is not gonna matter. Just heal and hope that Ross dies.
Yeah, that's my thought. Like at this point, Ross doesn't even go for fast searchlights. Tisk. Like I think he heals, just because his main hope at this point is that Ross dies. And saving the, what is it in any %? Like 5-6 seconds that you save healing?
It's like 3 seconds, it's not a lot.
It's really not a lot. I mean, if Ross dies, then MetroidMaster's in a really good spot. And if he's healed at that point, it's less likely that he dies. But if Ross doesn't die, you know, the 3 seconds is not going to be enough at this point. Yeah, he's healing. I can't disagree with that.
Ross shooting the pirate. Do not jump through this room. Players have jumped through the room. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know why. Some people have been known to jump through that room, and I really don't know what's going through their head when they do that.
My theory is that a lot of the rooms are samey, and they think that it is a different room.
Yeah, Ross skipping Fungineer jump. Oh, MetroidMaster missed tripwire skip. Or did he just not go for it? I actually didn't see.
It's a little faster to avoid detection in the next room rather than in this room, but...
Yeah, you do it like at the top of the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's better than going behind that barrier and waiting.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, looks like Ross got Sam Strat. So he's avoiding ducking into the save room here. Yeah. I mean, Ross's suitless looks pretty solid so far.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten hit yet. That's the main thing.
And MetroidMaster doesn't look like... Yep, never mind, he dropped a wall jump there. But... Oh, he got detected in that room!
Oh, that's a weird way to do that room, huh? Does it? I wonder if that works.
I mean, that's the hard mode strat, I know that, but... MetroidMaster getting detected. That loses so much time, and he doesn't... Most people don't know the fast backup for that. I mean, fast is a relative term. It's faster than waiting down there. But it's still really slow to get detected in that room. Ross is coming up to the end of Suitless here. MetroidMaster's taking the shortcut. I think we've got about 3 minutes here of separation.
Oh, wow.
Well, man, no, probably more like 2.5.
So if you're Ross, are you going to be damage boosting?
You healed with 3 tanks and you have full health. I'm damage boosting that all day, every day.
I think I would too, but I mean, I wouldn't fault Ross for not damage boosting just because he has such a large lead.
Yeah, I saw MetroidMaster leave and re-enter that room just to reset the searchlight patterns.
Yeah, if you get caught in awkward places, it can be...
Yep. Yeah, getting hit in suitless usually means you get knocked around a little bit, and if there's a lot of pirates in your way, then it could be really bad. Ross is indeed damage boosting.
No, Sam.
Yeah, so we're gonna see MetroidMaster duck into the save room to turn off this alarm. Ross getting decent Charlie patterns, but that's what you expect from damage boosting. It, on average, will save you 3 seconds over the... Yeah, 3 seconds over the course of the fight, if you do it on every round.
Yeah, 2 seconds faster than quote-unquote normal run where you don't heal.
Right, but then not everyone does the damage boost when they don't heal. So Ross is getting all of his unknown items now, and he's going to be... ooh, MetroidMaster takes a hit.
Yeah, that room is one of the 2 scary rooms, and the next room comes.
Yeah, those rooms
right
are
after.
Those are probably the scariest rooms in Suitless. So Ross allegedly has the fully powered suit, but he is actually still kind of weak. Like, ice plus plasma really does not do a whole lot of damage to pirates, so he's going to be making liberal use of charge beam here to get them out of his way.
So the thing about endgame here is you want to make sure your movement's good, because small mistakes means getting hit, and we don't have like that much health, and any mistake in a room can snowball because pirates will be in places that you don't expect. I mean, pirates are in fixed positions, and they will do certain things based on your movement. So,
you know, pirates are generally predictable, but if one thing goes wrong, then nothing is going to be going the way you want it to be going. And pirates still deal 50 damage per hit, which for Ross with 3 E-tanks, that's not as big of a concern as it would be in a normal 1 E-tank run, but
But still, I mean, if you get hit once, then you get hit again, you start getting nervous, that sort of thing.
Right, exactly. It's very easy for stuff to just pile up at this part of the game. So MetroidMaster going into his Charlie fight, hopefully he gets some good luck. I would probably still damage boost, even with that, even being down 1 E-Tank. And it looks like that's what he's doing. That looked like a fast first round to me.
No damage boost, apparently.
Oh, no. I was wrong.
So Ross doesn't go for the charge beam strat here. You can charge beam in the atomic room to avoid them attacking you, but Ross opts not to do that.
Yeah, that strat is a little trickier in any percent because they're going to be drawn right to you, and since you don't have Screw Attack or anything to get rid of them, it takes a little more fine-tuning to make it work. Ross jumping through the door.
Losing like 2 or 3 frames. People jump through the door to avoid clipping the ledge. You don't need to if your space jumps are good, but people continue doing it.
I think it also lines up the door a little bit if you do it properly, but aligning doors in this game is a much trickier proposition than it is.
It does align the door, but doesn't make it faster.
Yeah, Ross. Okay. Having a little bit of space jump struggles there, but you know, is it really a Metroid run without dropped space jumps? Ross not doing the swag pirate strat. You can, if you freeze the pirates in that room in the right way, you can get them to blow up a couple of those blocks here for you. But it looks like he wasn't going for that, which, I mean, I can't say I really blame him. If you screw it up, it's easy to take an extra 2, maybe 3 hits there.
I don't know if Ross knows about the strat. It's pretty easy.
It is. Oh, yeah, see, Ross pseudo screw attacking a pirate instead of shooting him, so now all the pirates are all out of position. Fortunately, he knew how to handle it, but...
Yeah, that zigzag room can be really scary if you mess it up, because...
Yeah, there's a lot of pirates in that room.
Yeah. Ooh, MetroidMaster's shots not being fast enough. You have to shoot kind of fast to get the spark there.
Yep. Ross coming on up to the final boss here.
One of the 2 really annoying bosses in this game. He can shoot missiles at you sometimes, and really dumb. And if he swipes late, you know, you just lose time.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you don't normally think of Mecha Ridley as a hard boss, but in any percent, he can be surprisingly annoying.
He's not really hard, but yeah, he can be dumb.
Ross,
I think Hundo hard is only time.
Oh, Ross! He takes a super. I can't believe that missed. That looked like completely right on target to me. I'm very surprised that missed. Not even collecting all of the health drops. Tisk tisk. Gets the door bomb. He saves 0.09 seconds.
0.06.
0.06?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
100% sure. He got 78. Okay. 72 is what you get if you don't.
This is the hardest room in this category. Shooting out these blocks quickly is like the worst part of it.
Yeah, Ross wasn't doing it. I think he lost like 3-4 seconds in that room. It's hard.
That room is hard. It's really hard to do that room completely perfectly.
Yeah, because you have to time your shots really well for that.
And then this room is a little scary. Yeah, right side climb. Why does everyone do right side climb?
Right side climb was the standard back in the day, yeah. And I think it's transferred on to the now. Left side is better though. Yeah. It's just it's a lot better.
I mean, I will say, oh, MetroidMaster going for the swag pirate. Let's see if he gets that. Oh, Ross going for escape spark too. Gonna make use of a good setup here. Oh, I didn't see swag pirate.
So Ross only has black pirates left.
Yeah, black pirates are fortunately not that hard in any percent. They've got a pretty good setup that we can use.
There was a little bit of a faster setup that Destructor found recently, but I don't think Ross is going to do that.
Yeah.
This is just safe and easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like, oh, no, he didn't quite get it. That second pirate came up a little too fast.
That is the second fastest lure strat, though. It's not much worse than the other one.
And Ross finishes with an official SRL time of 39:31, which is a 53-second race PB. Really? I'm actually a little surprised by that. I thought Ross would have had a better race time. But regardless, he had 39:31 is a pretty decent time for a race.
Yeah, it was a really solid run by Ross.
Yeah, I mean, a few iffy parts early on, but he really kind of picked it up towards the end and played a very
I thought it was
clean
solid
second half of the
everywhere,
run.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
he made some safety strats, so he lost some time for that, but overall, it was really good by Ross.
yeah, I mean, I would be 100% happy putting up a mid-39 in a race like this.
Yeah, I mean, he healed, he got 2 Star Super, etc. I think...
Yeah. Oh, MetroidMaster got the Troll Mecha Ridley rockets.
Yeah, that can happen if you...
Oh,
he missed Super as well.
Boy. That's
if you're at low health...
Oh no, MetroidMaster dies? Oh man.
Yeah, so if you if you're at low health, he has bigger tendency to shoot rockets at you. I don't know why, but yeah, it's
honestly, like even if you're at full health, he can shoot rockets at you.
He can, but it's just not as likely.
No, it isn't. Who do we have joining us here? Hi, Ross.
Hey, Ross. How did you feel about your run? It looked really good. It was a really good run, I thought. Your Turian was a little bit handled, but you had really good luck.
Yeah.
First of all, Turian, I was... I had no idea what to do with the super drops that I was getting. So I was like, every time I'd kill a Metroid, I'd switch back to missiles, right? And I'm like, oh, super drop. Well, I guess I'll use a super. And then I use a super, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to switch back to missiles now. And then, another super drop. I guess I'll use the supers again.
Yeah, you got some pretty ridiculous drops.
Yeah, I mean, like almost every... I want to say I had like maybe 6 or 7 super drops.
Wow.
But that's the beauty of getting Brinstar Supers, because you have that option to, well, do I want to keep 6 or stay at 4? You know what I mean? And then you get super drops, and it's just an advantage for you because you never have to use missiles.
Yeah, Brinstar Super is nice for sure.
Yeah, I wanted, so I left the Metroid room at 50 and 4, which is basically full up if you don't have Brinstar Super. I wanted to do Zeb Skip.
That's what I thought. I thought you were just going to skip farming entirely and just go straight into Zeb Skip.
I wanted to do Zeb Skip, but I have not practiced any kind of Zer mission in a while. So
MetroidMaster, were you watching the race at all while playing?
No, I wasn't. All I had was chat up, and I guess at some point, I got distracted because I know I tried to go to Norfair a little earlier. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have bombs. I should go back and go get bombs. I'm like, hey, what the hell am I doing?
I thought I saw that. I didn't want to mention it because I wasn't sure, but...
Yeah, no, that was a big, like, oops on my part, so...
Bit of a brain fart there.
I definitely had like a few issues that I need to iron out as I practice. And then, Mecha would not swipe for me. Like, I was sitting there waiting for him to swipe. Like, why is he not swiping? Then he fires missiles. I'm like, oh, crap. Now I gotta wing it.
The troll Mecha is the worst.
It was silly. It was like, okay, well, Ross beat me. Okay. And then I was like, okay, well, I just got to finish, and then 10. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, kind of a slap in the face at the end there.
Yeah. Otherwise, it seems like I was doing okay. My Turian was okay-ish, except would not give me supers when I was trying to farm like supers.
That farm was really unfortunate. I mean, other than that, it didn't seem like you were having that bad of a run.
Nah, it's just like, all right, I'm dropping stuff that I know that I hit normally. So I just need to go back, hit the practice grind, and hopefully I'll do better on my next race down in losers bracket.
So who is racing who for the next round?
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up the bracket as we speak.
I guess one more thing, Ross. I'm sorry, I should have asked you which version you were running on, and that would have worked. I only have a Japanese cartridge.
Oh,
I guess I'll run on that. If I had known that you were using English, I would have set up as Hawk and just run with that.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. I've always raced against people playing Japanese. I don't have the Japanese copy to begin with.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure to actually check with people next time.
Like, I'm totally fine with the advantage over
Right.
Well, now that we know how much time Japanese version saves, we can account for that pretty easily.
Yeah, I would have said just give me like a 5 or 8 second penalty to the end of my time.
Okay, so I've got the bracket up, and it looks like Ross is going to be facing, oh boy, the winner of Whalerinth versus the winner of Exodo versus Venator.
So it's likely that you face a French runner. What do you think of that, Ross?
All right. I'll tell you right now.
Uh-oh.
He's going down to Chinatown.
All right.
After Exodo famously beat Ross's "No More French People" beating my PB.
Yeah, I gotta show up. You know what I mean? Like, I need something better than. I have a problem right now with my thumbs, and they're like really stiff. I must have sprained them or something. So mashing missiles is so hard for me right now. Like, I don't know if you saw my Ridley fight. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I would have died if I didn't have a second E-tank.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was really glad that you picked that up.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Like, just anything where I have to press something repeatedly it's like super slow for me. But
so, did I even take like any sort of lead at all? I'm curious now.
No, you're behind the whole way.
Well, I mean,
okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Ross had a pretty solid run. I mean, it could have changed in Torian, but Ross got great luck. You got not quite as great luck.
Not quite as good.
Both got AWS first try, which is always good to see.
Oh, that's hype.
Both healed and suitless. I mean.
So who's MetroidMaster's next opponent, by the way?
MetroidMaster is going to be playing the winner. Oh boy, let's see here.
It looks like I'm waiting a bit.
Yeah, he's got 4 matches to get through, so it looks like he's going to be playing the winner of the loser of
never mind.
Versus, yeah, he's like 4 matches away from his next match, so it's probably going to be. Oh no! Wait, actually, he's not.
The loser of Revenge and the Amazing One. Oh, right. Alimento's dropped out, so
you're gonna be playing Revenge in the Sky, I think.
Okay, either Revenge in the Sky or the Amazing One,
or Sam if he dies.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean,
it could be JC.
JC is advancing because Alimento's forfeit.
Oh, that's right.
So
yeah,
Revenge in the Sky or Sam if Sam dies. But as much as I trash talk Sam is a very, very good any percent runner, so I don't really expect that.
So what are you gonna do to prepare for the next match, MetroidMaster?
Probably when I'm off from work, I'll probably be grinding out my runs. Maybe try to load up some saves from places that I seem to be having trouble with and try to practice those.
Alrighty. I think that's it. Are we done?
Yeah, unless you guys have anything else to add, I think we're all through here.
Yeah, just GG's, Rossu, and hopefully I'll see you again later on in the bracket.
GG, man.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary, guys. I did hear a lot of trash talking behind my back, but it's all right.
Yeah. Well, that's what the commentary is for, right?
Yeah.
I'll be checking for the VODs just to see.
Yep, I think it looks like the next thing on Speed Game is going to be Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door at 8:30. So
that's an
that
awesome
should be fun.
game.
about 30 minutes from now.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard
an amazing game.
Sam's favorite game ever.
It's my favorite single player game, and on this GameCube, it's an amazing game.
Yeah,
definitely check it out.
So with that, I think we're going to be done here.
All right,
All
thanks
right.
guys for watching.
Yeah, good race, guys. It was a joy commentating it. So see you guys later in the tournament.
See ya.
See you later.